For example, I've gone also through depression, like postpartum depression, and it has been difficult. Some talk to me about it, but some came to me on a wrong way. I can notice you are having a problem, but the way I approach you, I'm not making it better, I'm making it worse. So hi guys, my name is Lai and welcome to our YouTube channel, Tambua Media. This is our platform where we'll be having different types of shows with different vibes. And today I'm with my co-host here.
So my name is Vivianne. We are dealing with different topics on this show. Basically, the show is about Diaspora Challenges. We're going to deal with different topics about how Kenyans, or basically people from African countries, and the challenges they face in diaspora. So our topic for today is about mental challenges. So Sly?
Yeah, I think we're gonna start with mental health as our first topic because I find like here in diaspora, people are going through a lot of mental health issues, and it's a wide topic and it should be discussed. So yeah, and I think we will be doing a lot of episodes about this, and that is why we're gonna have it like about piece into pieces, which I think it relates more of our piece as it breaks. So yeah, let's start. So I'm gonna ask first, mental health. What is mental health from your perspective view?
I think, first of all, we have to deal with health as a broad topic. The World Health Organization has a really good definition as to what exactly health is. So I'll just read that to you guys. Basically, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So here, per definition, mental health is included, meaning we do not just have to see, because we're sick, it's just in the physical, it's also up here. So that's why we are trying to tackle this topic about mental health, because according to societal norms and as people who come from different continents, we do have different values and different goals. So we're just trying to help about awareness, spread everything out there so that we can help a sister, help a brother. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because from my side, I'll say mental health is the thoughts, the beliefs, or the feelings, or the behaviors you see from someone or from yourself. So I would like to ask, how do you know like you have mental problem, you have mental issues or mental health issues?
That is a very good question. It depends on the broader perspective, how do I know if I'm mentally sick? I mean, normally, if you know yourself from the time you're small, you love specific things, you like to do specific activities, and it derails from there. It's like you don't like going out anymore, you're not sociable, you're kind of irritable. It does show a sign like you're having some issues, like you're really having some issues because you're not yourself. And I think it's really important for people to be aware of themselves, how they are under the normal state, so that if something goes amiss from there, you might be able to catch it up. I don't know. Probably it would be nice maybe to give an example, one or two, from your perspective, how you can notice.
I think that's it, because it reflects also to someone else. If you you as my friend, I see like things are changing, your behavior is changing, like your reactions, your feelings, that's when I know there's something wrong with this person, there's something happening. So, and I think that's how you see like there's a change. So it comes sometimes you as yourself, you might not notice you have changes. So it's maybe someone else will see that and maybe tells you about it. Because I know like maybe some people might have those issues, but they don't know. They'll just like, I'm good, I'm fine. But they come to know later when it's so deep, or maybe unless someone else close to them sees that and lets them know. So I think it's different to, it comes differently from people. And yeah, so I'll say, what if how do you help someone, or how do you tell someone, like maybe you notice I have some mental health issues, how will you approach me, or how will you support me, how will you react as a friend to me? Maybe me, I've not noticed there's anything.
That's a tricky.
Nothing is wrong with me. So
that's
just
a tricky one for sure. Yeah. I think the best approach is just to be as mindful and as it gets. You know, I would maybe come to you and be like, look, this is what I've noticed. Is everything okay? Because that's really important. And I think that will give the other person room, or it might give you room to take that step and say, yes, something is wrong, or maybe no, I'm fine, depending on what position you are in life. You know, so if I'm that open and maybe I would like to talk about it, maybe this is the problem, you know, I'd be open and say, this is how I feel. And just depending on what type of friendship, you know,
the
there is.
relationship
Exactly.
between the two people. Yeah, exactly. Because I think if I have a good relationship with you and you approach me telling me, you know what, Sly, I'm noticing this and this, and then it's up to me to open up to you and tell you, sure, I'm going through this and this. And from what you tell me or the advice you give me, at the end of the day, I'm the one to decide if it works for me or what is best for me. And but also the other thing I see is like, people don't open up. They fear to open up, even if it's a close person. Why do someone fear to open up? Maybe I have a really good relationship with you, but I still, there's that I fear opening up. Maybe I fear like you'll judge me or such kind of thing. So that is also another problem, and that is what I think is now more problem onto it, because you fear finding solution through people who are close to you, because some people would rather go and find help from strangers or from other places, but not close people. And that is my question, why is it like that? Because that is what I feel or I see.
I would say it depends about just how strong is your support system. If your support system is just, you know, we just talk about everybody and anything, that trust is not there for me to share specific things in life or whatever I'm going through. But if I do have a very strong, you know, support system, I know I can just go far down and be like, Sly, hey, something is wrong. And you pick me from there because it has something to do with trust. Then I think that's a really good support system. So, and also lack of, you know, fear of judgment, like you said, you know, and if you're worried about your mental health, apart from, you know, maybe tell somebody just go to therapy because these are things, you know, we're not accustomed to in our culture. How would you deal with the situation, like if you're worried about your mental health, the approach you'd take, and how exactly would you try to advise a friend maybe to seek therapy? Because therapy is not a topic, we're accustomed to.
Yeah, I would say that it's always different because people react differently, and what might work for me it might not work for you. So maybe I'll come as a friend. Okay, I'll come to you, advise you, like, I know you're going through this and this, and I would suggest maybe you see a therapy. And for you, therapy is like, what is that? Like, it's a no for you. You like, no, I need something else. So, and I think it comes from your inner self to know, to find your own therapy, like, what makes me happy when I do this? How does it make me feel? Like, for example, if in my situation, I think I'll do what makes me happy. Maybe it's just simple things like going for walks or meditating. You just do things that can calm your mind, make you relax, such things. Maybe you just need so simple things. Or maybe you need to talk to someone. There are people, they need to talk to someone, so you just find that close person, someone you trust, and you talk to this person. And there are some people, they prefer talking to strangers. You just meet
Exactly, that's
someone
true.
there you don't know, and you just say, you know
Yeah.
what? And it's also fine.
Yeah,
it's also
for sure.
fine. If it works for you, why not? And because I think that fear, what we were talking about, of being judged. So a stranger judges you, you don't care, you don't know me, you don't know my background, you don't know anything about me, so I don't care even if you judge me. And I also think from a stranger it could work because that person doesn't know you. So the person even tries to judge will do it according to your story, your situation, what you are going through. So that might help, because you as a close person to me, you might, according to the story I'm giving you or what I'm going through, you might start judging me or advising me through my past or my current situation. You understand?
So it's not objective, right?
Yeah. So I think also therapy is very important because you are going to a therapist. The therapist doesn't know you, and they have experience of such stuff. So giving you advice from a therapy is one of the things I would like encourage someone, also from a friend or anyone.
Yeah, what really actually came into my mind as you were speaking were causes of, mental health. Breakups is one of the topics,
Yeah.
like you've been with somebody for years, you identified yourself in that relationship as a person. And then the breakup comes, that is also, for me, a cause of mental health because the person is not the real self compared to before. Do you have any tips on how somebody can deal probably with breakups?
That one, I don't know, but I can say that
Yeah.
well, if it's about breakups, you have separated with someone. First, you have to see, I think, the atmosphere. Then you don't have to live with that person, because the atmosphere, it has to change. Maybe travel. For me, what I would do, like for me, I will travel.
Go, girl.
I go around the world. I go somewhere I would like to go and chill, cool my mind. Maybe you don't have that money to travel. That is also another thing. Then I will try and go somewhere, even if it's to a family member or a close friend, and be with someone to talk to chill with, but don't be in the same atmosphere where this thing happened. Maybe I was living with my guy, and then we broke up, and maybe he had to leave and I stayed. It will still bring back that memories at that. And that's why you need a break. You need to go somewhere else, do other things, go explore life, and yeah. So I think those are just small therapies, just I think talking to someone is helpful. Go do things maybe you've been wanting to do.
Get a hobby.
Yeah, get a hobby. Go out there, meet people, meet new people. And yeah, at the end of the day, life goes on, and you have to. I always say about self-love. Self-love comes first. Love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, this thing can kill you, you know? Like, breakup can happen, and it depends how deep it can affect you. But if you love yourself and you care about yourself, so self-love, self-care has to be first priority.
I love that. Yeah, get your cup full first.
Exactly.
Yeah, the other setbacks we do have come from probably, having in mind when I go to Maju, when I go to Diaspora, I'll be bowling, and then you come, the situation is different. There are no jobs, you're qualified, maybe you did nursing back at home or whatever, and you come here and your certificates cannot be accepted the way they are. So, it does take a toll on your mental health. And it is kind of a battle for sure, because you saw yourself as somebody. So now you derail down and you're kind of, you don't know yourself anymore. This is a topic I think I've seen a lot here in Germany, because it really takes 1, 2 years, 3 years at least for you to really get back on track, learning the language, getting your certificate certified, and just, probably getting a career. It's really difficult. I don't know, my advice for those people would be probably to learn the language quicker. But does it help? I don't know how.
Yeah, I think as for us, let's say, like when we came here, like myself, like more than 10 years ago, right? We came here, like I came here, I was young, nah? I was like 20. So when you come from Kenya, you come here, you're like, your mind is like, hey, I'm going abroad, there's a lot of money, I have to make money. So your mind is just money, 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 money. But whenever you reach here, hey, you see, no, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
the
Reality
money,
hits.
you thought you are collecting money on the streets. No, you have to work hard. And then there's this culture shock. You have to first to adapt to the culture, because the culture is like, it's different from where you come from. And then also there's language barrier. So you have to go and learn language. So, and I think that is the problem where most of the people do the mistake. First, when you came with that mind of money. And first, most of your family, they send you to come and look for money to help them back home. So your mind is like, I have to make money and help my family back at home and all this.
The question is how?
How? First of all, you have culture shock, you have language barrier. So how do you start? And that is where the problem starts, because first of all, most of the people focus on looking for the money. But that point you focus on looking for money, you lose also. But you don't realize it yet, you realize it later. Because me, I would advise someone, when you come first, deal with learning the language as fast as you can.
Yeah, be practical.
Yeah. And after, because when you learn the language, it will open more doors and it will make things easier for you. So you can get like jobs more easily, and you can also go to school if you are able to go and study, do this Ausbildung or this, then it doesn't take long. Maybe they're Ausbildung for 2 years, 3 years. After that, you get a good job, you get a good pay. And from there, you can plan yourself financially. You can know, okay, I get such an amount, I have time, I can save this, I can help my family where I can. And you can plan your financial more easier. But when you come, you have all this language barrier, all these problems. You just look for easy jobs, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Quick jobs,
Which
less
are not
money.
fulfilling.
Yeah, they are not fulfilling. The money is not enough, so you are struggling. And now, remember also, you have to save, you have to plan for your future, and there's also back there the family waiting for you to send money.
From apple trees, yeah.
Which you don't have, and that is where the pressure comes in, and you start having mental problems. You have depression, and when you explain to your families, you know what, I'm struggling here, I don't have enough money, and they will never understand.
For real, yeah.
Then they know abroad is like this, unless you have an understanding family that they will, make them understand. You are lucky, but most of them, they don't understand that, unless also they come here, they see how life is, and then they can understand you more better, because most of them will say, no, you are lying, you don't want to help your family, you know what I mean. So also that affects you emotionally, and that gives you the depression. And that is why you see most people, they start having problems with the family, they have pressure, and you find people start doing even illegal things so that they get that money to help the family back home. And if you are on that pressure, you can't help even. That is where even you see it comes to an extent of people committing suicide. And that is why I would like to tell our families back at home. It's here, it's not a bed of roses. It's the same situation back there. The economy has, inflation is, it's the same. It's also the same here. You are also trying to make a living. And first, you are here, you are living here, your cost of living here has to be the first priority, and then comes the rest. So my family back home have to understand, I also have a life to live. I have also to pay my bills. And especially if I have a family, I have kids, I have to cater for them first. And if I'm okay and I have extra, then I can help you. But I will not say I will not pay my rent
because I have to send money back
because
home.
I have to pay school fees for my sister or my brother. No, it can't work like that. So that is why families, they have to compromise, they have to understand. And it seems like most families, they don't do. And that is why you see most of the diasporans are victims of depression.
For sure, you touched about depression, because depression, is part of the mental health sector. But we can categorize that under mental health, sure, but we do have different types of diseases which are categorized under mental health, like bipolar, depression. I don't know, do you have any other?
There are a lot, but for me, I would say like bipolar mostly is genetic. So because we have like a mental issue, it's either psychological, biological, or socially. So it's always different. So, and when we come to depression also is, there are different types of depression. There's like postmortem depression.
Sure, yeah.
Like a mom, you are just gave birth, and there's that you are overwhelmed by everything. And that is also another type of depression. So it's always different. So like, that's why I said it's a wide topic. But that is one of the challenges. For example, I've gone also through depression, like postmortem depression, and it has been difficult. But the funny thing is, I had postmortem depression, but I didn't know when I had my first baby. I was a first-time mom, so I was schooling, so I was overwhelmed. I didn't know how to go about it. So some of my friends noticed like I've changed, I'm becoming what all this, they saw the difference. Yeah, and that is why I tell you it's good to have people honest. Okay, some noticed, some talked to me about it, but some came to me on a wrong way, I cannot know you are having I can notice you are having a problem, but the way I approach you, I'm not making it better, I'm making it worse, So that is why I think people should learn also how to deal with people who have mental issues. That is also another thing. You might also not have an idea how to do that, but that is why it comes. Don't judge and just be kind. You know?
It takes someone a long way.
You know, I'm not like this. You see, I've changed. So find a way of approaching me. And that
be sensitive, with the topic.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially if you know the person, right?
Exactly.
Well, that was deep. That was really deep. I think we really need a break. Cut.
Thank you guys once more. And please subscribe and press that notification bell so you can get more updates. And you can comment below whatever you feel about this topic. You can comment about your experiences or any advice you'd give out there. So, and also you can suggest more topics you'd like us to talk to you about for the next show. And see you then. Bye.